5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off!
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to our third
one already.
Challenger
Yeah.
Connection. We are very happy that you are here with us today. Commander Jennifer,
Yes.
I think we're still on the moon.
I think we are. We haven't left. We're continuing our stay here on the moon. We need to build a capsule to get back, you think?
I think so.
Ooh.
And I have just the capsule we need to build.
Okay.
Did you know that there's a new moon program?
Yes, I did.
We have not been to the moon in 50 years, but guess what? NASA is going back. Now, the old program was called Apollo. And do you know who Apollo was? Do you know, Commander Jennifer?
He was the god of the sun.
He was.
Which was interesting since they were going to the moon.
It was interesting. Different times.
Mm-hmm.
However, Apollo has a twin sister,
Oh, yes.
and her name is Artemis, and she is the goddess of the moon. And NASA also wants to send a woman to the moon because during the Apollo program, only 12 men walked on the moon. So the new NASA moon program is called Artemis.
Yes.
That is so neat.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
So the next man and the first woman.
Woman.
What do you think she's going to say?
Gosh, I don't know. I bet she won't say mankind.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Maybe womankind. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Now, we can't go back to the moon
Yeah.
on the Apollo because that program is gone. All the information is gone, and technology has come a long way because that Apollo rocket, that Saturn V rocket, only had enough computer power to not even match what's in our calculators today,
Wow.
much less our phones.
Yeah, that's
So
amazing.
technology has come a long
Yeah.
way. Has come a long way. So today we are going to talk a little bit about the new rocket that's going to the moon. Do you know the name of the new rocket?
The SLS, Space Launch
Space
System.
Launch System. And this picture might be a little hard to see. It's hard to find a good picture of SLS yet because they're still testing.
Yeah, they're not
It's in the
finished with
testing
it.
stages. But if you notice, it kind of looks like the space shuttle.
And it reminds me of a Saturn V too.
It kind of has a mixture of both. You see the white solid rocket boosters, you see the orange external tank, and at the very tippy top you see the capsule. And that capsule is called Orion. Orion. Now, this model shows the Orion capsule. And the Orion capsule is what will take astronauts to the moon.
So what's the function of a capsule?
Huh. Well, the astronauts have to be able to live and survive their trip in that capsule.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that whole rocket won't make it to the moon.
No, just probably all this. And there's also going to have to be a lunar lander.
Yes.
A lot of different parts, a lot of different things happen on the way to the moon. So today, we are going to create our own capsule.
We're going to create our own Orion capsule.
Yeah.
So you just need some simple materials and you gather what you have at home. You may not have the same things that we do, and that's okay. So this is going to be your capsule, so it may be different than ours. So what we have today, we have some cups. And again, your cup may not be paper cups. You might have paper cup, plastic cup, styrofoam cup, whatever kind of cup you can use. And what do you think the cup is representing here? The main part of the
Capsule,
right? So the main part of the capsule, and the capsule is where the astronauts are going to live and work. So this is kind of plain. So on the outside of this, this Orion capsule doesn't quite look so plain. So what do you think might be some parts they would want to put on their capsule?
I know what I would want right off the bat. I want a window so I can see outside.
So some kind of window, and you could draw a window on yours if you wanted to. If you had some stickers, maybe you could put some stickers of a window, or you could even use some plastic wrap to look like a window. Draw something. Oh, you could draw yourself, then put the plastic wrap over it to make it look like a window. So Commander Melissa's drawing a window. There she is. Oh, I like your hair.
Thank you.
Now, one important part you need
It's
on
sticking
your...
out because there's not a lot of gravity. Yeah.
We need a door.
Oh,
How are you getting in here? You need to get in your capsule. You need a door.
an airlock.
An airlock. What's the purpose of an airlock?
To keep the air pressures equalized.
Okay. So we definitely don't want to create a vacuum
I have
in
a
space.
very
Very
little airlock.
simple door. And then of course you've got some other parts on here. You put some lights on here. You could put some reflective things on here. Whatever you want on the outside of your capsule. This is your unique
I think I'm
capsule.
going to put a satellite
A satellite. What's the purpose of a satellite?
to be able to communicate with mission control.
Oh, that's essential. Got to be able to talk to mission control.
And of course, an American flag.
Oh, an American flag's on here, representing our country. Now, you sometimes will see those on things like shuttles, and sometimes they're backwards
Mhm.
because it's made to look like it's flowing in the wind.
So I'm going to put my flag.
She's gonna put a flag on hers.
And the NASA symbol.
NASA. And just like with the first Apollo 11 landing, maybe you want to name your capsule. Do you remember what theirs was named? We just learned it.
The eagle.
The Eagles. You may even name your capsule. This is called the Orion capsule, but I would be willing to bet the astronauts will give it some kind of a nickname like the Eagles.
Wasn't there a capsule or a lunar lander nicknamed Snoopy
That was Apollo 10.
and Charlie Brown?
Apollo
Yes.
10, right before Apollo
Yes.
11, they did. They used Snoopy as their mascot. Now, one thing that happens when these capsules come back through our atmosphere, when the astronauts are coming and landing back on the Earth, it gets super duper hot on the outside
I
of
heard
this
like
capsule.
3,500 degrees.
That's extremely hot.
Hotter than fire.
Yeah.
It's actually called plasma.
Plasma, that's really hot. So the astronauts want to be able to protect themselves from that. So we need something called a heat shield. What do you think the purpose of a heat shield is?
Oh, it is to protect the astronauts so they don't get too hot.
Yeah.
And to keep the capsule from burning up when
Exactly.
it re-enters Earth's atmosphere.
So a lot of the capsules will have things, you can't really see them unless you get super close up, but they'll have tiles on them, some heat shield tiles. And on the bottom of the capsule, you'll see a big, huge heat shield. So we're just using some aluminum foil, so some regular foil,
Because it's pretty.
to use to make our heat shield. And obviously you want it to cover up that bottom. You don't want that to burn.
I kind of want mine to be aerodynamic.
Our capsule
It
kind of
keeps
fell
falling
over
down.
there.
I want it to kind of be aerodynamic. You
So
see
what would
how?
that be called at the top, maybe?
Kind of a nose cone.
A nose cone?
Yeah.
So you could even make that. Nose cones are traditionally what shape? Pointy, like a cone.
I'm gonna have to think about
What
this
are
one.
these things here? What are these?
Solar arrays.
Solar arrays is another word for a solar
Panel.
So gathering energy from the sun. NASA definitely wants to conserve as much energy as possible using all of their resources. So solar panels are a great way to do that. And usually before the capsule hits the atmosphere, guess what happens to those solar arrays?
I was busy building.
Well, usually what they'll do is they'll detach these.
Oh yes, because they don't want to.
And they'll either start orbiting, or guess what? Sometimes they become
Space junk.
space junk. Couldn't believe how much space junk is out there.
A lot.
A lot. So you can even make some solar panels for yours. And then down here on the bottom, what do you think this is down here, Commander Melissa?
An engine.
An engine. You could even put an engine on yours. What do you think you might use for that?
Of course. Oh, I could use a bottle
A
cap.
bottle cap would be a good thing to use. A button.
A button. Ooh, that's a good
Button
idea.
might be a good idea. Yeah.
So lots of different ways to be creative with your capsule.
Yes.
Now, if I had more time, mine would probably look a little better.
prettier, you think?
Yes, but
Yeah.
you get the idea.
I like your capsule.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I'm there with
That
my
almost looks like a
pinky ring.
parachute at the top.
Oh,
Maybe you could put a parachute.
that would be a good idea because the capsule needs a parachute to come back to
Yep.
Earth, so it
Yeah.
slows down. And where do you think the Orion capsules are going to land?
Well, my guess is in the ocean, the Apollo missions.
I think
But I have heard that they have designed these capsules to land on the ground as well.
yes.
Yes.
All right, astronauts, what we want you to do is we want you to design your very own Orion capsule. And we want you to post pictures of it in the comments. And maybe explain some of the things that are on your capsule.
Yeah, tell us what you put on there.
And who knows, you might be an astronaut that gets to ride the Orion capsule
Yeah.
sometime. So be looking in the year 2024 for the Artemis program to take astronauts, men and women, back to the moon.
To the moon.
This is Commander Melissa.
And Commander Jennifer.
Over and out.